Your dreams invite tranquility now. Cast in this cavern, stone walls so secure. The web holds you tight through underdark night, and guardian spiders that tickle you feel. With gossamer thread weave our goddess's seal. The Spider Queen's children, and so too your kin, are here to remind you that you shall not sin. They show you the scourge, the snake-headed whip. They bite and they tear, until she hears your prayer. There is no such blessing to the damned up above. Those who've forsaken the Spider Queen's love. In their way lies weakness and unceasing waste. And if you would join them, then so be debased. And when Hellfire Orb looks down on your shame, your soul is burned bare. She knows you're to blame. You'll live ever running, you've no place to hide, and huddled in fear, for there is no disguise. The sun, it will burn you. The cold snow will freeze. The hopelessness tumbles you down to your knees. And when you are broken, to her you will pray. But she will not hear you. You've thrown her away. And you'll find no companions to stand in our way when we hunt you and fight you and torment for play. You've chosen the weaklings of the world up above, who speak empty words and know not Lolth's love. No, Lolth will not save you from human deceit, nor from bearded dwarves, nor elvish conceit. The Spider Queen shows us the one single way. There is only the night. There is never the day. For strength does not stretch through branch or through leaf. It bleeds from the roots that secure us beneath, deep in our hearts, wrapped tight in Lolth's web. With venom we sting, her glory we sing. So whisper your love of your matron, your mother, who teaches the way to your sisters and brother. Brother, I say, there can only be one. For if there were two, there couldn't be you. Then that silken swaddle, that tickling wreath, would instead be your death by the Spider Queen's teeth. Sleep sound in the darkness, or burn in the light alone.
Live from Valhalla, it's Friday night. We are heading into the arena tonight, ladies and gentlemen, to play a little bit of one of my all-time favorite card games, Magic the Gathering. I just wanted to mix things up a bit this week to put a cap on a really solid week streaming. Thank you all so much for the support. As always, let's kick back and have some fun. If you're not familiar with the rules of Magic the Gathering, feel free to ask me and I'll do my best to get a rundown. The plan tonight, alright, let me just get finished setting up here. I apologize for the tardiness tonight, being a little bit late, but I was just exhausted after my day of work, and excuse me, Just totally exhausted and like literally crashed into the pillow as soon as I got home. Had like a little nap and then woke up by like 10 to 7 and didn't have my my intro video or the back screen there set up, which I really want to make sure every one of the streams sort of do like a little intro or something and have a little something for you guys to spice things up a bit. Shadow of No One says splash screen, the lies, the horrible lies. We're Ragnarok, LOL. He also says, okay, you here? You're here now, you're forgiven. Thank you, brother. Looks like it's probably gonna be a quiet stream tonight. I don't know how many of my subs are interested in the MTG Arena, but yeah, if you haven't played it, it's a freaking incredible strategy game. Like it's you know, yeah, classic, really great classic card game. All right, so what is the plan tonight then? Shadow, how is the in-game music in comparison to my audio? Is it okay? Can you hear my voice okay? Because I find this game, the music is pretty loud. So I just want to make sure you can hear me okay, and that everything is all good. All right, yeah. So plan tonight. These are yeah. So if you haven't checked out Magic the Gathering Unit, it's completely free to play. You can of course spend money on the game itself, but yeah, I don't think it's necessary. You have plenty of fun playing the game without doing that, and so long as you take a little bit of time here and there to do the quests, then you'll have plenty of resources to play the games that you want to do. But if you do want to spend money on it, there's some deals and stuff in here. Yeah, so as you can see, I still haven't even purchased my welcome bundle, which is probably a pretty good deal. Also, Shadow says about 70% music to speech. Good. Okay, good, perfect. Also, like, I've got an old video. I should have maybe if I think about it, I'll link it in the description for anybody who's watching this later who happens to, get into this and start playing Magic. I've got a video that I did a long time ago that had some codes for free packs and yeah, just to get your collection kick-started. So the plan tonight, we're gonna play a few games of just a little bit of standard ranked. Cosmos Angels. This is the best deck that I have for standard right now. We'll take a look at the deck in a minute here, and I'll explain sort of a little bit how things work. But essentially, we're just gonna play enough games to pick up these quests. I'm gonna switch that one. So you can every 24 hours you get a new quest, and you get gold, you get rewards for your quests, and the gold you can spend on various things, packs, cards, tournaments. Well, not really tournaments, but sort of like a sort of kind of tournament, and then draft. Yeah, you can play drafts and sealed deck sort of events. Got one draft token that we could use, but probably spend a little bit of the cash. So we'll or a little bit of the gold, and then you have gems, which is the higher end currency. So this is the main currency for the game. This is what you collect for doing rewards, and then there's also let me see here. There's a mastery tree where you gain rewards along the tree. Unlock certain ones and things like that. So yeah, lots of just basically one of your basic grind it out to build your collection kind of things as the way it's set up. So we're gonna play a few games, get warmed up, explain how the game works a little bit, and then after that, we're gonna do one of these drafts, probably a traditional Forgotten Realms draft. I would prefer to do sealed, because I am not familiar with I haven't played this for like a week or two, and I haven't even really looked over the cards for the new set. took a glance last night, but a sealed would give me more time to sort of build the deck and figure out what the cards do. Whereas a draft, we're going to be on a timer. So, you know, it's kind of important that you know what the cards do and how they work and stuff like that, how they fit together. But the only problem is I don't want to spend the gems, because the gems are more valuable than the gold or whatever. Yeah, so we're going to do that, play a few games, play a draft, and then at the end, we are going to see if we can tweak a deck that I've just last night was kind of working on, and we'll play a few games with that. So depending on how things go, I mean, we could play more than one draft. Sometimes they can take a while. I mean, if you go long in the draft, basically the way it works is you play until you lose. Actually, I'd prefer do the premier draft. Yeah, so the premier draft, I think the main difference is the matches are just a one-off, and you play until you lose a certain amount. Select one card at a time from rotating draft. The cards will be added to your collection, and you'll use them plus lands to build a 40-card deck. Play games and receive awards, receive prizes based on how many games you win. Doesn't say how many times. Keep playing until you reach 3 match losses. So got different rewards for each stage of the draft. All right, so that's how that one works. So that one is just a one-off, like one match, whereas a traditional draft is a best 2 out of 3, which is more strategic and things like that. We'll do a traditional draft maybe next time we play some Magic. But yeah, so let's get right into it. While I, otherwise I run the risk of rambling on and on here. All right, so this quest we probably won't finish because the deck that I have made is white-black. So let's actually take a look at the deck. I'll explain the deck, and we'll talk a little bit about how the game works a little bit. So this deck is I would say a very classic Magic the Gathering type deck. I've been playing since Revised, which I think was with the okay, that's a lie. I've been playing since Forgotten or Fallen Empires was the first deck, or the first set that had been released. Was the set that had been released when I started playing Magic the Gathering, which is literally the worst set in the history of Magic. And however, Revised was one of the sets that was out at the same time. So I've got some pretty solid Revised cards, some of the old cards that are worth, like, over the course of the pandemic, some of them have almost gotten up to like $1,000. Some of them are worth. But the original sets, the Power 7 cards, are worth insane amounts of money now because they haven't been reprinted, and there's only a few of them out there, and they're never going to really reprint those cards. But anyway, one of these nights, I'll break out my actual physical collection, some of it, and show you guys some of the cards that I've got. It's not a crazy collection, but it's definitely worth, a little bit, and it's some pretty cool stuff. All right, so how does the game work? Basically, there's you're a mage or a planeswalker. Like, you cast spells and summon creatures to battle against your opponent, right? You each start with 20 life total, and essentially you want to knock them down from 20 life total. The first one to do that wins. And there are a couple other ways to win that they've introduced to the game as well. Like, if you run out of cards in your deck, if you go to draw a card and you don't have a card to draw, you lose the game as well. And there's poison counters, and then sometimes there'll be special things on cards that give you the win condition. But essentially, this deck, it's sort of a classic type of I don't even know how to describe it. It's kind of a life gain with flyers and just sort of overwhelm your opponent. It's got good removal spells. It's got nice early starting things. It does struggle against certain types of decks. Mill decks are decks that attack your deck and try and get you to go through your deck. It struggles against those. It's got some pretty good card draw in here, and it's got some really solid creatures to clean things up. So yeah, that's the deck. But the best way to see it work is to see it in action, I think. So yeah, let's get right to it. Alright, yeah, so start the game, draw 7 cards. You have the option to mulligan, which means, which my opponent just did, so I think, yeah, so basically, if you don't like the hand that you've drawn, you can redraw, reshuffle, and redraw, but you can only draw 6 cards in that instance, so, I try not to mulligan, but there are certain situations where you really have to, or you really should, because I mean, once you put yourself into, you know, you start the game with less cards, you're already immediately at a disadvantage to your opponent. So each turn, you're allowed to play a land. Each land gives you, you can tap these lands for mana. So you have 5 different types: white, which is, you know, your classic good; black, which is, you know, evil, so they're represented by plains and swamps; and then you've got blue magic, which is sort of your sky and water magic; you've got green magic, which is your sort of earth and tree-like magic; and then you also have red, which our opponent is playing. So our opponent is playing red-blue. Red is your mountain type stuff. And then there's also colorless. So up in the top right hand corner of the card there, you see the casting cost, 1 white and 2 colorless. So colorless just means it can be any type of, it doesn't matter what type of land the mana comes from. Alright, so let's, yeah, the other thing about this deck, it's got good synergy. So certain situations where it really starts to run away with things. And this might be one of them, unless he's got some board clear. Alright, yeah. Killed my figured to have his end, yeah, counterspell, so. Alright, yeah, if we were able to cast that card, we would have been in an extremely strong position. We're still in a good position, but he's really kind of even things out a bit there with those plays. Counter target spell, saw it coming, and prisonary command. Yeah, so I haven't, like I said, I haven't played the game since the new set was released, so I'm not familiar with how the cards work. Like every time they release a new set, they release new mechanics with the set. And this is the first time ever that, oh my gosh, this guy is fucking. All right. They've done so Magic the Gathering is owned by Wizards of the Coast, and Wizards of the Coast does all kinds of stuff. I think they own Hasbro, so they do a lot of board games and things like that. They also what was I gonna say? Dungeons and Dragons and Magic the Gathering, I think, are their sort of big ones. And I'm a huge Dungeons and Dragons fan as well. So this set is the first time that they've ever visited the Dungeons and one of the Dungeons and Dragons worlds, the Forgotten Realms sort of world, as part of the Magic the Gathering multiverse. So I'm really excited for this set. I'm actually I can't wait till I can get to my local card shop and buy a few of these packs and really check out some of the cards, see how they work, and yeah, see these new oh, that's interesting. They brought dice rolling into it. That's pretty cool. I like how they're introducing the mechanics here from classic Dungeons and Dragons and mixing them into Magic the Gathering. Pretty cool stuff. But yeah, the introduction there, the cinematic video, that was one of the most iconic characters in fantasy storytelling. The stories of Drizzt Do'Urden, the Dark Elf Outcast, written by R.A. Salvatore. It's an epic, like, it's got like 20 or 30 books written around that character, surrounding that character, and it's just oh my god, it's just such a beautiful story. I mean, it's a little bit, you know, can be a little bit cheesy here and there, but overall the books are excellent. So if you haven't heard of it, if you're into fantasy, definitely check out R.A. Salvatore's Legend of Drizzt, some of those books. But essentially that little cinematic at the beginning, which was narrated by Benedict Cumberbatch from Doctor Strange, who plays Doctor Strange. That little introduction essentially gives you sort of a bit of a synopsis of his Drizzt's life story, an outcast from the Underdark, where the Dark Elves live, and coming to the surface, and yeah, his life and struggles in the hostile Forgotten Realms world. But yeah, oh man, I would really love to see Total War do a Magic the Gathering edition at some point. I think it would be freaking so good. I love the lore from Dungeons and Dragons, and I think it would lend really well to the Total War series. And I don't know, I don't know how Dungeons and Dragons compares to Warhammer in terms of the amount of people who play it and the fan base, but I feel like if Creative Assembly were to do a Forgotten Realms Dungeons and Dragons Total War, that it would be almost as huge or just as huge as the Warhammer games, and it would be very similar. I mean, I feel now that they've got that base. I mean, the tough thing with Dungeons and Dragons, it's more of a role-playing game, so that the core game itself is not really I mean, like, there's warfare and fighting and stuff like that in the game, but it's not really the same as Warhammer. With Warhammer, you've already got this game that is structured really well around warfare. That's what, you know, I mean, that's what Warhammer is, right? So that has sort of been translated really well into the Total War series. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is probably attack here, and then we're going to cast this, because he's getting a little bit out of control with all this stuff he's got here. He's going to kill us here soon, and then we'll cast this dude. Just we'll attack him. Probably might block it, he might not, I'm not sure. But this guy's got lifelink, so we'll at the very least gain a little bit of life. Good, he took the damage. Very nice. So let's cast this. It's always nice to have a board sweeper destroy all creatures just to sort of reset things if, you know, if you fall behind. Magic the Gathering is a, you know, game of momentum. Shadow of No One says, if Hero lives long enough, he becomes Sherlock Holmes. Are we still on the title screen? We shouldn't be. Oh my god, what in the fuck? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. What's going on here? Oh my good god. I don't know what happened there, guys. I didn't even notice that. I'm so sorry, guys. Fuck me. No, can't see you playing. Can't see your game. All right, there we go. Son of a bitch. I wasn't even looking in OBS. I'm kind of like, was in such a rush to get things going today that I'm just kind of scatterbrained a little bit. If if you can't tell by my commentary is a little bit sort of all over the place. But yeah, in OBS, it's just something, the way I have things set up in OBS, I have a game capture for capturing the games, right? Because it runs a little bit smoother in OBS. But behind the game capture I have the display capture. So for whatever reason, and usually I test these things out before I started. For whatever reason, the game capture for Arena wasn't capturing the game there. I don't know why. So I just turned the game capture off, and now we're just on the display capture. Anyway, sorry for that, guys. God, yeah, that. Oh my gosh, man, I'm an idiot sometimes. Well, I guess since since that happened, let's go through, give you a quick rundown of the deck that we're using, so you can see the cards that we've got in it here. Yeah, so this is the deck. Speaker of the Heavens, cheap casting, nice solid little creature to start the game with. Vigilance means he doesn't tap when attacking, gets lifelink, which is sort of like a life game. This thing I use primarily as a defensive spell. One of my creatures gets targeted with a removal spell. I drop this down, and rather than lose the creature, we get a 4/4 angel. This thing is in here to just sort of get the deck going. You get sort of each one of these things, 1, 2, 3, plays out. The first one plays out the turn that you play it. The second one plays out the next turn, and the third one plays out the last turn. So a really good value card, and it helps to put up some defenses and get make sure you're getting enough land to cast your spells. This guy is a boss. He's really powerful if you get like a lot of white creatures out, and yeah, it can be a real pain in the ass to deal with. These guys, sort of the backbone of the deck, really. Essentially, once the theme of the deck is angels and clerics. So this guy, whenever we cast a cleric or an angel, we gain life, and once we're over 27 life, with both this guy and this guy, we can tap him to create a 4/4 white angel creature, and then this guy gives +2/+2 for all of our creatures. So if you have multiple of these guys out, things get ugly for our opponent really quick. This guy's another really awesome creature. Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. So imagine we're gaining, every time we're playing a creature, we're gaining life from that, and then if we've got this guy out, our opponent loses that much life. This is just a board removal, and it gives us sort of the ability to remove multiple enemy units potentially without targeting our own. This thing's just sort of a defensive spell. Also gives us a little bit of life because we want to get past that 27 life total, so that when we have these guys out, we can trigger their abilities. Extinction Event, again, another removal card, and gives you the ability to sort of weed out either odd or even mana value cards. So for example, this guy's 3 casting cost, so he would be an odd casting cost, whereas this guy is 6, and and so that would be an even. So depending on what our opponent has and what we have, we can use this card to sort of shape the board in our favor. Eradicator Valkyrie, just sort of another flavor card to mix things up and you know, give the deck a little bit more versatility. Another really good card that again fits in with the theme of the deck. First turn that you play it, get an angel creature. Next turn, your angels are given a special ability to destroy other creatures, so you get a little bit of removal. And then the third turn, your angels get double strike, which makes your angels really, really powerful. This thing is sort of just the engine to keep us alive if we get behind, and then if we do get ahead on life total, then it gives us a lot of card draw. So if we get one or two of these out and we get our life up and we're getting an extra card every single turn, it just gets that momentum going in our favor, and we're able to really get things going in our for fuck's sake, what's going on here, or going in our favor. So Baneslayer Angel, this is one of my favorite cards. Awesome angel creature. Doomscar, destroy all creatures, another board sweeper. Elspeth conquers death, another one of these saga cards. Little bit of removal, and then also allows us to bring one of our creatures back from the graveyard with a little bit of a bonus. And this is sort of like a finisher. If we've got a couple of creatures out and then we play this cleric, every turn our creatures keep getting bigger and bigger and more difficult to deal with. And then this is another sort of finisher that she's got another cool ability that again fits in really well with the synergy of the deck. And then yeah, this land, it's sort of a special land, but it gives us the ability to create some fodder units to help just bulk things up. And then this is in here just in case we're low on cards and we have this out. We can use our life, we can pay life to draw more cards. So yeah, so that's the deck. I apologize, a little bit of a long-winded introduction. So let's get another game in. Shadow of No One says, I was like, he's talking like he's playing, but LOL. Oh man, I put a link in the description. I'll check out the link a little bit later maybe. Pontifex says, that's not Warhammer. I know. I just wanted to mix things up because with the stream schedule that I'm moving forward with, and the video release schedule, like I really am going to make a really strong concerted effort to try and get the channel to the next level. But I want to mix things up a little bit and change the pace occasionally. And this is you know, this is a game that I really love, and it's a little bit more relaxing, a little bit more laid back for me to play this one. So I've got a variation of this deck with this card in it, so maybe we'll be seeing a bit of a mirror matchup here. Pontifex says, I know, I'm just messing with you. No, cool. Yeah, I'm hoping that maybe, so like I have a little bit of a rapport with Turn. I mean, not really, but like I've played him in a head-to-head tournament like ages ago, like a long time ago, and I pop into his streams and every once in a while, you know, and yeah, so he does know me, and I've you know, we've exchanged a couple emails back and forth here and there, but he occasionally plays a little bit of Magic the Gathering, so I'm hoping that maybe one of these Friday night streams where we play Magic, I can invite him to do like a head-to-head matchup or something, and we can play a couple games with Turin. But we'll see. I'll send the email out and see what he says. I'd like to do a couple of these first. Yeah, so this is a variation of the same kind of deck that I'm using. All right. Okay, so what are we gonna do here? Pontifex says, but I probably won't watch this, though I have a friend who likes it. It's all good, man. I appreciate you popping in to check it out. You know, it's gonna be I don't know. I'd like to do it once a week, but it probably won't be once a week. I might, like Friday nights, because going forward with my work schedule, Saturdays are going to be my day off. So, all right, this is what we're going to do. We are going to put Faith Feathers on this, so he can't attack. So that nullifies this creature. Then next turn, we'll cast an Extinction event to get rid of this guy. And then the following turn, we can cast this. But I'd like to start a series in Madden and play that once a week. Play like just maybe like one football game. I might even do that as sort of like a video, maybe like a video series. But because American football is sort of like it's the most warlike of the sports, in my opinion, anyway. Bollocks. Actually, we can't cast that this turn, but we can get this out, which will help us keep stay alive. Pontifex says, "Good luck, good game." Thank you very much, sir. Have a great night. We'll be back playing some Warhammer on Monday. Though I was gonna do the Torox campaign on Monday, but I forgot. I'm planning to start playing some multiplayers on Mondays. Multiplayer Monday night. So I don't know if you would prefer like a head-to-head campaign, if you guys would prefer a head-to-head campaign, or just random head-to-head ladder battles on, or we could even do like head-to-head, head-to-head battles with subscribers. That could work as well. Yeah, so that's one of the things that I'm planning. So cast this, but yeah, let me know what you think. If what sort of multiplayer. I'll probably do like a poll or something, and then that way we can figure it out. Fuck, I really want to get rid of this dude, but he's gonna start killing us with all these things. We could get rid of clear the board of all these things. So this guy is more dangerous, really. Gain 3 more life this turn. Create a 2/2 white griffin creature token flying. Shadow No One says, Friday night, not a good night for this content. Friday night is a magic night in game stores, so you only get the guy stuck at work. Son of a bitch! You know what? You make perfect sense. I was thinking, Friday night yeah, that's why yeah. No, you make absolute perfect sense. We'll go with odd. Probably, I don't know. Just to get rid of him, because I think he's the more dangerous one. But we'll get this guy out, which should be able to protect us from these guys for a little while. Yeah, no, that's an excellent point. Shadow's just laughing. Yeah. All right, so yeah, this will probably be the last edition of Friday Night Magic's in that Friday Night Magic. We'll find out. We'll figure out a different night. Maybe I'll do it on. I want to say Saturdays, but I'm trying to. Trying to keep Saturdays free for other stuff. Like trying to take the weekends off. I think moving forward. From streaming anyway. Like I still want to release videos on the weekend. All right, we're good. No attacks. I can keep him on the blocks. All right, yeah. Well, I think we're in a good. I think we've stabilized a little bit here. So we should be all right. But yeah, we'll figure out another night. Maybe we'll do Magic on Monday nights, and then we'll do the multiplayer. The multiplayer Warhammer on Friday nights. That makes more sense. That way, if if we're playing playing like quick battles with subscribers or whatever. That way, I'd love to attack, but this guy will get killed if we attack, so we don't want to lose him. I think we just sit back for the time being and see what happens. And we're going to be slowly wearing him down with this combination. And then we do also have, we can start creating some of these creatures just to give us a couple of creatures to back things up. But yeah, I'm gonna be working my ass off over the next you know, weeks and hopefully months and hopefully years to try and get the channel moving in the right direction. Like, the thing is, like, when you you know, with YouTubers like Mercy the Mad and Dame Offensive, they both you know, like 6 months ago were smaller than I am. Maybe with Mercy, maybe oh shit, I forgot to do the thing. With Mercy, maybe 8 months ago, he was smaller than me. But essentially, both of them in a very, very short time have passed me, and very, very quickly, and their channels are growing at an exponential rate. So in the one sense, it's very disheartening because, you know, like, I've been doing it for so long, playing the game for so long, or been YouTubing for so long, and haven't been able to sort of get the channel that kind of momentum behind it. But at the same time, it is also very exciting because the potential is there, right? So it's just a matter of, I think, focusing and making content that's going to be a little bit more more enjoyable, and yeah, essentially just yeah, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I have a plan moving forward, and I think yeah, I think we'll be able to figure things out and get the channel moving in the right direction. I'm hoping, anyway. All right. He's got the edge as far as the board is concerned right now. However, we're above 20 now, so we're going to be getting two cards per turn, which is nice. Ooh, that guy could be a pain in the ass. That could be bad. Yeah, so I've got some cool videos to release tomorrow. I'm going to release them at the regular times that I do streams. So I think the first one I'm going to do is release this. I'm going to do a Warhammer 3 giveaway. So all the details will be in the video, obviously. And then I'm going to start doing some legendary Mortal Empires Survivor guides. So I want to play the first hour of every single faction in Warhammer, and just do a survival guide for legendary. All right, so okay, fuck. I wish I could give our creature, if we have one more mana, we could give our creatures lifelink here and really hurt him. But anyway, we'll be able to kill some of his creatures there. So we'll get rid of that angel, and then we'll get rid of that. And then I think we should only take 2 damage. He's gonna go up 6 life, but we're gonna go up 4. It's gonna cost him 4 life as well. Alright, there we go. Yeah, let's get this guy out too.
So the nice thing is these Cosmos Elixir, we should slowly start to take over this game, I think. I hope anyway. Let's see how she goes. It's got a good deck. It's like I said, this is a mirror matchup. Very similar type decks in the way they're working. No. That sucks. Yeah, see, this guy is every time. Yeah, this guy is really. We've got one of these in the deck as well, but he is really beefing up all of this stuff for him. It's actually not looking so good. Like his board is super strong at the moment, and whether or not we're able to turn this around, I'm not entirely sure. Let's activate his ability, and let's block some of this stuff. Block that. Let's should block him as well. I don't want to take that damage. Ah, fuck. Oh, yeah, it'll be okay though. It'll be okay. We'll take this 7 damage this turn. We could block it with this guy, but I want to keep these guys around. Yeah, there we go. So his life total is a little bit, yeah, a little bit out of control. Oh my god. This is turning into quite the epic battle here. Shadow No One says, okay, speaking of work, it's done. Have a great stream. Alright, brother, thanks for popping in while you're working, my man. Always good to see you. Have a good night, and hopefully see you soon. Okay, how are we gonna do this? Let's kill that. Got 2 of these. Is that one of them? No, 2. There is 2. Let's kill this thing as well. Let's block one of those. And that should be good. cards? Oh, we've got plenty of cards left still. I don't know if we're going to be able to... Fucking hell. I don't know if we're going to be able to turn this around. The thing is, these guys... We got to get rid of those somehow. Alright. 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 This definitely helps the situation. So let's activate his ability. And then we'll attack with all these dudes. 4 attackers. Yeah. Then we can, so what we'll do is we'll choose even here, and that'll pretty much wipe his entire board, with the exception of his two Speak of the Heavens. I think that should even things out a little bit. And with a third one of these, I feel like we can take control of this. Oh shit! I wanted to use this ability. We still can, I think. I don't think it's going to make much difference. There's no way he's going to... yeah, he's just going to sacrifice one of these other creatures, so it's not really going to make much of a difference. It's kind of... Actually, that was kind of pointless. I was hoping... yeah, anyway. Alright, there we go. That cleans things up a bit. We've taken the lead. Sort of. We'll let him through. Activate his ability. And I should put Faith's feathers on this one, or Faith's feathers on this one. Might have actually been able to kill him if I put Fate's feathers on one of these. Does our angels have double strike this turn? So they're gonna do 12 damage. All of our creatures have. Yeah, I think we've got him here. 9, 12. That's 21. And then, yeah, if we attack with everything, I think we've got him. It's a little bit risky because we don't want to lose are speakers of the heavens, but our angels here have double strike. Yeah, so yeah, he should have. I think they have double strike. Double strike until end of turn. They have double strike, right? I mean, they have double strike. Yeah. Which means they do double damage. They do first strike damage and double damage. So, you dead? Boom! There we go. That was a crazy fight, but got the win in the end. Son of a gun! Whew. Alright, well, here's the thing, guys. It's just pretty much me here by myself, talking to myself. So I think Shadow of No One was right that maybe Friday nights is not a good night to play Magic the Gathering, because all of the people who, you know, would be interested in Magic the Gathering are, it's an event night at card and hobby shops. So if people who are interested in the game would probably be at those shops. So I think I'm going to keep it an hour's length, and then that way it gives you guys a good introduction to Magic the Gathering Arena, and we can play this again sometime. If we've got more viewers here, we'll play it for longer. Probably what we'll do is we'll do a draft for sure next time. But before I let you go, I just want to we'll go into the deck. So the deck that I'm working on, it needs a lot of work. I just literally was throwing it together last night to see what I can do with it. I believe it's this one. Yeah, pretty sure it's this one. I had two variations of it, but yeah, this is kind of what I'm working with right now. Test it out a little bit. I don't usually like to play multiple colors, but should work. But I want 3 more of these. This is sort of the backbone of the deck, sort of centered around him, and the Grandmaster of Flowers going to be really important for the deck as well. And then this is an important piece too, to slow the opponent down, though. There's not a lot of removal in here. I'd like to get some more of these. Like I said, it's going to take a bit of testing and trying things out, but I think it's got some potential. Definitely has some potential, but I'll work on that. Keep you guys posted. See how it goes. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you next time. Have a great night. Ragnarok signing out.